Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet.
So you see how interesting it is here. That is why 104.3 settles this debate.
How?
104.3 say votes ne paya. Say votes ne paya. It is taken that it is lost. What it means is that nobody has a casting vote there. So when you are even presiding, it takes away your power. You see,
because it is in direct reference to the speaker, who does not even have a vote.
And I may say the Constitution also acknowledges the facts. And I because to get a good understanding of 104, 102, Eddie Kaiba and 104. 102 tells you quorums for parliamentary business to start. The 104 comes to tell you who can vote and what numbers is needed for a vote. So 102 tells you, say, it did not mention speaker, but it says presiding member or member presiding. It's not counted as part of the quorum. Then 104, a catch-all say more than half present and voting. More than half present. And here, the emphasis should be on the word present. The one who presides, Yenkana as present, meboa. You're presiding at 102, no? He's not present, meboa. He's not counted as part. Here, the word here, present and voting. So if 102 doesn't regard Nipano presiding as a member to be present on the floor, but he's there, Yenkana Nkakoromwa, then kind numbers now. And I'm going to say 102 earlier than 104. Okay. So you cannot leave out 102 and not come to 104.
Okay, now Yamfa Supreme Court in Asma Canon Tonchen, Nayamra Minu me in Fee and Como.
Yo.
Emra Shepherd, you are 4 more fee who you know, saying.
And I mean 275.
Including the 2 deputies.
Yes.
And I count 275.
And yeah, 275.
275.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, you say. Sa speaker na be de chiro di kan de otos mi no omo so ye mra hye bedwafo
ye gitum pa.
Okay, to omo kom na hye bedwafi ho a omo ko ho sede
as members of parliament.
Yeah. Enti so otre konwa no so a e ma ne parliament ne member of parliament na oye no e free ho
say ye kan say constitution e kan in 102 say member no preside ye kan kroma ye kan ne nka ho a does the constitution take his membership of parliament away? But 102 e catch us say ye kan kroma ye kan ne nka ho. What's here? Mind you, MP, say you MP 100,000. When you're first deputy speaker, they pay you more than 100,000. When you're second deputy speaker, you more than ordinary members of parliament.
Okay, compare speaker and the deputies no salary. Compare no compare speaker and say I know the Obetia say Sabia fancy pay MPs 7,000. Now your my first and second deputy ABR 3,000 extra because of the extra duties they do in the Obetia.
Exactly.
But person will share speaker nankasa. And then the deputies ne say or more salary near the AYP. Adintra.
Because one is a speaker, one is a deputy. So they are president and vice pay AYP. They occupy different offices. Okay. But the mere fact say or share another a channel. That is why 102. And I because with interpretation on who you sue a positive approach and but you can do a lot of things with it. You can even turn a man into a woman when you are given the right, because you always find expression in the law to say what you are saying. But the American say over 102 or say kind quorum member now presiding. It didn't mention speaker. Any member who is presiding and kind quorum no mebuana.
Which of the quorum?
Quorum to start parliamentary business.
That is different from
maybe
quorum
it is
to
not
vote.
different. Maybe it flows from 102 into 104. What does 104 says? 104 say ye kind nipana present and voting. So the question you ask here with the issue of present is why was the word present put there? Present in the sense that nipana or presiding as speaker, is he present on the floor of parliament?
Yes, he is.
He's present.
Yeah.
So then why is he not part of the quorum when he's presiding?
Until I make a say, me the menya lawyer, but not me make a deal, did not be who say. Senanka, framers of the constitution, per se, omujana say, quorum be a quoruma. And Komoka 1021 no. And Komo how most and Koka 1041 no. But here no, Omowatia say. ye wokoroma ye de normal parliamentary business.
Yes.
But say ye take a decision a parliament ye take amana join ye nyina. As some members present no half, more than half.
And then I ask you a very simple question.
Okay.
This is what I will say. So the one who is presiding as speaker that day, is he present on the floor of parliament? No, he's not.
Why?
He's present. What is wrong? Why you're not on the floor?
Now,
so is the speaker a member of the floor?
Plenary.
So when the speaker sits up there, he's not on the floor.
We will not add the speaker because he is not a member of parliament.
And I make a just say 102 expressly tells you say when you are presiding now, you are not part of the numbers on the floor of parliament. Right or wrong? To start any business, you are not part of it. And mind you, the same constitution they catch us say if an issue conflicts you are not given the right to vote. Maybe one now. Now, oh yeah, empire. Now yeah. Now who can be? Are you not in conflict? How would you decide? Say we don't voice na heading and as we don't heading. Are you not in conflict? Meaning these things are basic. Right? If lawyers wants to tend the law, and I mean the can capture say decision as the same issue, same facts. 5 judges. Ubenya 3 saying yes. Ubenya 2 saying no. It can go on appeal, and one of them who said no will come and join and say yes this time around.
No, but additional justices will
it
be
is
added.
how you feel at that material moment and how you want to rule. Give the same facts, give the same evidence and facts to another bench. I can assure you that they'll return a different verdict. Clearly, they will not return the same verdict. That is how come Ishiba, almost every lawyer has a different perspective on this matter. I have listened to a lot of arguments, those for and those against. Because it's an issue of interpretation. And I'm saying, in all the Brofwa Justice Yoni Colin Detroit, he concludes by saying, for the practicalization of member of parliament presiding to be able to come and vote, that practicalization lies within the domain of parliament, that the courts cannot come and enforce.
Okay.
What's here? The actual brofuni in area, all the flowery language, he comes to conclusion, it lies in the domain of parliament. Wait there to enforce this constitutional right of voting, so all preside now represent to a constituents. Now at the same time who vote, now the preside here, a parliament in quite between taking our decision, not the courts. It is in the same judgment. What's here? So they needed somewhere to go and hide because they could not imagine parliament judicial notes, administrative notes, chief justice issue. Imagine parliament decides some number issues are notes because you know the confusion that will happen within the judiciary. Because when the chief justice makes those rules, it becomes laws. They administer courts. But the chief justice does not have the power to make laws. The power of laws, making of laws, parliament in Kwadia. That is why I started by saying, that argument of non-political question doctrine, I found it very difficult because in jurisprudence now, there are so many instances that issue had come up. For instance, when the president decides, Obe fire minister Bia, can you go and see the president in any court to come and tell him, Omra be explaining why he fired the minister? No, because it's a political question. The courts cannot answer. So how then you tell us that this doctrine does not find space here because of the decision they wanted to come to?
The court can answer provided all reasons how the court say in the appointment of Judge Opare Addo as maybe the minister in charge of finance or economic planning. The criteria now constitution provides any minister of finance. George does not meet that criteria, and because he does not meet that criteria, an appointment is null and void. You can make that.
The constitution, apart from 88 Akaba Attorney General, it didn't give any criteria for appointing any minister. So whoever the president wants, appointing. Yes, you just have to meet. You should be qualified to be a member of parliament. No, but the American says, sir, be a professional, but there is nothing apart from Attorney General. Constitution is specifically mentioning.
So on your lawyer.
There are no professional qualifications attached to anything. Okay. Once you are not a criminal, you are above 18 years of age, you don't have any criminal record, you are a registered voter, you can be made, and then you are not a dual citizen. You can be made minister. So I say. So that question cannot be answered. For instance, the orders of parliament. The orders of parliament. I don't know how it is going to be done. But now that they said they strike order 109.3 is out, no? Is the Chief Justice coming to Parliament to come and tell them some year laws? It lies within the domain of the Speaker. The judgment acknowledges it. I don't know, see the enforcement and practicalization of it, no, lies in the domain of Parliament. So for me, this exercise is an exercise in futility. This decision cannot be enforced in Parliament. Because when Parliament sits...
Which decision?
This decision of, say, Speaker, First Deputy Speaker, I'm going to go to Parliament. Nothing. But you see, nobody will do anything. But they, the parliamentarians themselves, know, say, they are... If they allow the court to dictate the pace of their work, they are finished. One day, immunity now. You know, when you speak on the floor of Parliament, you enjoy some immunity. Yes. If we are challenging the standing orders and other things, very soon somebody will go and challenge that immunity in court, and you will get a bench that will come out and say that immunity is not absolute. What do you say? So, but and I make sure say you will get. So if we allow these things to continue,
but it will not lie in your mouth to say you allow or you will not.
A day will come. We will get a judiciary, a bench that will sit and say, "Say immunity 9% joining Ukraine absolute." Yet to Chrome Hano.
I don't know.
And I'm see. So you see, who's be able to say share? No sense to see there. So I say, it's way there a foot. So we should tread cautiously, because you see, the only institution you never to me a sumu near the Abuja Ghana Parliament, because
not the court.
You see, Parliament is where you and I sit. Parliament is the house of you and I. The courts do not represent you and I. I say, me no you to me no. Parliament need do. So as for Parliament, every citizen of this country has a stake. It is the only house I refer to the house of the people. So if we allow other institutions to interfere in the affairs of Parliament, we are in a about the production. And it is a dangerous precedent that should not be countenanced and entertained. The Supreme Court should have declined jurisdiction on this matter.
Should have.
Yes, should have.
They didn't.
That is my opinion. And you see, my opinion is not the law. Their word is the law. It's Oma Kenry. But I respectfully disagree with the conclusions not mobile. And you see, what if it makes it difficult? And the conclusion of Justice Yoni Koleni says that to practicalize this and to be able to enforce the rights, the constitutional right that is guaranteed for you, the member of Parliament, who is presiding and at the same time wants to represent a constituency, it lies solely in the domain of Parliament. So that should tell you, say, they themselves acknowledge, say, this question was non-justiciable.
No, it is, but almost say, the entire mono also obam so about the catch say standing particular standing order now would jina so aka say any other member presiding only vote near the no null and void.
So also to a chum. No problem.
Let's see how it plays out. Anya ono na eba be mra ma o. E dey say who say mra ono so na wu jina aka say because of enunti first and second deputy speakers so more preside there omo ni vote wa metwam it does not even arrive. It is dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival.
Okay, it is dead on arrival. Mampo in the first place. So it means say some particular provision name ma obi adwen ye ne say deputy speakers when presiding no any hompo into nka ho asem. Do you get it? That's what he's trying to tell you.
That's it.
Pablo, but unim ariaba kwa na all along me taka ho asem from 2013 eba ne say na me hwe parliament bia one day ebeba no say MPP wa ban mu say no nanka NDC wa majority ana say NDC MPP wa ban mu no na ana NDC wa ban mu no
ana say majority dey nya yo no chinchim yes
oh jai
Techiman South ye jai no chinchim yes
oh jai
obi ani mo Techiman South follow the case in court you'll be amazed the rot that went on. Meanwhile, James Akosa, he knows that he's not supposed to be sitting in parliament. Yenya 138. Yenya even secretary also. The incident is surrounding secretary also.
But some point to me, defend more money to me and
Banana.
Saudi and Padia. No, not but honestly, Subaya sa 8th parliament we had in Dino. Ama my sister Madrin said the Obey near Bano. Onya ne simple majority non fan kon baby no nyene adwuma no ngo the time but because you there are two critical things me asema that parliament e kan wase nya 11 po na me problem. So what it practically meant ne say senka aban we enye asiama no munya ba be kan ho and an go 137 plus 1 and 138 more rejected budget no enka den aban we just osan ko budget for fraud ba.
Yeah.
It in Casa time na ma buying Sikabia Unino. Cobera running on mine.
Oh, can constitution now. Yeah, will leeway 3 weeks of it. Me are running. There is a way out. But this is not the first time a government has shut it down. In America, government has shut it down several times.
Shut it down.
No, but there is a way government could run without it. So I tell you, can you problem here now?
Minimum the Musuban we pa dear.
Yes, we are now MP before Subai of the parliament.
In fact, if you want to be fair, pass the parliament always is here. Yeah, come on, my year to trust empire, Momofano.
That is not true.
Why a train speaker, Kunya?
Why a tree speaker, Kunya?
Why a blade go down your cause, parliament?
Why a real ballot paper? You'll fear the other side, one condemn you and one. You fear Chiba and condemn me. When I read ballot paper,
Ghana has a one hour loyal. Yeah, man, he panels over ballot paper, a criminal offense.
Voting, destruction of electoral materials, a criminal offense.
Okay, now the bloody coach will be near. I
don't know who blade.
I saw my MP in a quiet.
This is an allegation. Be careful.
Where statement of fact?
It is not true. It is not true. It is not true.
Opa Bisano.
Nani pana ya di blade di channel wefa.
And yes, first minister.
Who's the blade the channel? Abba. It your couple no crab blade.
I saw MP.
Ebia go be we bet to be the China the blade.
And the on bet you born a show.
But the real paper no. Yen can no answer.
Don't read anye. En subamboni.
Say sadano. Ye can ho asem etwe o maso a. Me gidi se twede 2 years akebe.
Anaka do between speaker kunyan between.
No dey men hu.
Wo hu zo
between. Men hu zo between speaker kunya. Men hu. No kremi hu ya ka be ka men hu. Men hu eno.
Pablo de Escobar.
Anaya.
Well, it's been nice having you tonight. But me pese o sa petamba ho. Na yenka o man nankasa sikasem amamuo nankasa.
I don't get into the invite me ever saba.
Oh, Zaba Mpacho, my master. As a good group, but me da say you say unya breba. I was for George Opare Addo, a national youth organizer, NDC.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.